Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening, or whichever one you happen to be out there in YouTube land. It's time once again for another video of Lancing with myself. This might be number 15 or something. It's a video series where I take 5 minutes every week to talk about my general advice of 20 years of game design experience as a freelancer, and of course as a publisher now that I have taken that lead myself with Relics and my other games. This week I was going to talk a little bit more about playtesting, but instead I'm going to talk about something that just happened. I won't give you the details, but we've been trying to get our second edition of our card game, Baby Dragon Bedtime, mass printed in time for Supernova, which is Saturday week, and we're not going to make that window because our printer has been just an absolute disaster. And the lesson of the week is you are going to get screwed. 90% of people in the printing industry tend to be some sort of con artist or just absolutely incapable. A huge amount of people in the gaming industry are absolutely phoning it in. They're unprofessional, they're half there, they deal in maybes and the possibilities, or they're just absolute con artists, or flakes. So often in this industry, people will just disappear on you, not turn up, not provide what you want, completely ignore specifications. The thing is, it's going to happen. It's going to happen in lots of different ways. There's also going to be bad luck. There's going to be changes in things. Tariffs will go up. Prices will drop. Empires will fall and oceans will rise. Boats will sink. Dates will be missed. And you have to have a contingency plan. That's the thing. You're going to get screwed. Something's going to go wrong. Something can always go wrong. Plans are never going to go all the way you want them to. So you have to have contingency plans, you have to have backup plans, and you have to have some sort of resiliency built into the system. Don't spend money you don't have. Don't put a ton of money into your own project that you cannot afford to lose. That makes it, of course, very harsh for those of us who are very poor, but it means it's just reminded to be careful. I spent probably about several $1,000s getting ready for Relics over about 2 years, going to cons, getting art, making investments, but I was prepared for the fact that all that money was gone, and that the Kickstarter was possibly could fail. There's certainly the possibility built in there that it could fail, and I had plans. I had 2 backup plans that I was considering if we didn't make it, and I was also prepared for the fact that I was going to lose that money. I was really not planning on this one happening, and it I forget what the phrase is, blindsided me out of nowhere because I was concentrating on Relics, but I've got contingencies. I gave myself a long time period, and I can make it up later in the year or next year, and that's a possibility, yeah. It is really annoying, and that's something else you have to build in. You have to build in resiliency of just like, I need to scream, I need to punch a hole in something, I need to, go and relax and turn off, or whatever it is. You've got to have something like that. We talked about this when I did my talk last year at PAX about this very topic, about how to game design when you're dead broke, that you've got to have contingencies of all kinds, financial ones, but also psychological ones, because some days your computer's going to blow up, files will be erased, developers, printers will not come through, your artist will just disappear, your writers will give you something completely against what you wanted. So you've got to have a way to just go take that stress, find a way to put it, find a way to survive, and keep ticking on. Just as the days when you have artistic depression or inability to see a project going on, there's always going to be things that are going to set you back. They may be coming from inside you, they may be coming from the nature of the work you do, or they may be just coming from the fact that unfortunately you put yourself in a position where you're depending on other people. And they screwed you over. You are going to get screwed over. Be ready for it. But the flip side of this is you can use this to your advantage. Like I said, huge percentage of people in this industry are phoning it in. If you're not that person, you will keep getting work and you will be respected in the industry. If you show up on time, if you do what you're asked, if you follow the instructions, if you do it on time, if you pay people on time, if you meet your deadlines to other people in the industry and may give them one less thing to worry about, they're going to keep coming back to you over and over again. And you can use that to your advantage. You can be their resilience so that they have one less thing to worry about, and they'll be like, oh, thank God, one less asshole in the world. So that's the message today. You will be screwed by assholes, but use it to your advantage. Don't be the asshole. Go out there, make good games, have fun, pat dogs, be good. I'll see you next week.